It was amazing, because after that, when I went back to work, the first day back to work, the first month back to work, the chief had decided that he was going to put me in the worst part of town, in the worst beat area of the town on midnights. And he knew that would cause a hardship because I had 2 little children at home that I was raising. My wife had left me because of all these problems. She had left me because she was scared that the government was going to come take our home and take everything, and she left. And I had the children. And I was raising these 2 boys the best I could. That was part of the punishment that had been brought to my door that I had to try to rise above. And we did it, my sons and I together. But within the first month back to work, I was put on midnights and I couldn't see my children anymore, and it caused a real hardship. But I knew the Lord was in what I was doing, so I worked hard. In the first month back to work, out of 2,000 officers around the city of Phoenix, I won Officer of the Month for the city of Phoenix. So I knew the Lord had control of this situation. He has control of all these things that happen to us, folks. Even when bad things happen to us, it's for a reason. But it was not over, because within the months that came and gone, and I served the people once again and did my job, upholding my oath of office at all times, refusing to take the witness stand and admit perjury because it would save a lawsuit against the city of Phoenix. I would refuse to alter police reports because it would save a lawsuit against the city of Phoenix or criminal prosecution of some of the things my brothers and sisters. I just refused to do that anymore. And I was very unpopular, to say the least. The state police of Arizona listed me as the traitor from within. That was my name, the traitor from within. I realized that the system is not as important as the people that are sovereign and who created the system. How can the created be more powerful and more important than the creator? It doesn't happen, folks. And so within a short time, I was fired a second time. I was injured in the line of duty, seriously injured, trying to arrest a 918, a very mentally upset person. And he injured me very severely, a big guy, big, about 7 foot tall. And he was more than I could handle. And all I could do when I was hurt seriously is hold on to his foot like this as he dragged me down the street for about a block until my backups could get there and get the guy. But I was seriously injured, and I went to the hospital and he went to jail. Of course, he was mentally deranged, and in a short time he was back out on the streets. And I was fired, folks, for having a poor work record because I was off healing up from my on-duty injuries. I went back to the Civil Service Board and I said, I'm back. And I remember Michael Sophie, that very liberal Arizona Bar Association president, that lawyer, and he smiled and he says, Jack, what is it this time? And I said, brother, you're not going to believe this story. So I told him I was injured in the line of duty and I was fired. I told the board, and they voted unanimously to put me back to work with full back pay once again.